Hello, brave readers! Welcome to our reading circle. Going to school is lots of fun, and today our Farmer Brown is visiting with his animals. What do you think will happen? Let's find out together by reading Click, Clack, Quack to School. Written by Doreen Cronin and illustrated by Betsy Lewin. On Monday, Duck brought a letter to Farmer Brown. Some of it was written in crayon. To Farmer Brown. Dear Farmer Brown, please be our guest at our farm day lunch tomorrow. Bring the animals too. Love, Dinkelmeyer Elementary School. P.S. What is your favorite color? P.P.S. How old are you? P.P.P.S. We have a turtle. Farmer Brown was so excited. He had not been to school in a very, very, very long time. He must get the animals ready. We are going to school tomorrow, he told the cows. We must get ready. The cows had never been to school. They were so excited. They stomped and clomped and mooed. School is very quiet, said Farmer Brown. There's no clomping, no stomping, and no mooing. The cows were not so excited anymore. We are going to school tomorrow, Farmer Brown told the chickens. The chickens had never been to school. They were so excited. They clapped and snapped and clucked. School is very serious, said Farmer Brown. There is no clapping, no snapping, and no clucking. The chickens were not so excited anymore. Farmer Brown arrived at the pig pen. We are going to school tomorrow, he announced. The pigs had never been to school. They were so excited. They hooted and hollered and oinked. School is very calm, said Farmer Brown. There's no hooting, no hollering, and no oinking. The pigs were not so excited anymore. What is school like for you? Is it like that? Calm, serious, and quiet? Farmer Brown arrived at the barn. Duck was meditating. We are going to school tomorrow, said Farmer Brown, and there will be no stomping, clomping, snapping, clapping, hooting, or hollering. Duck breathed in slowly and deeply. And try not to be so, ducky, said Farmer Brown. Duck breathed out slowly and deeply. Farmer Brown handed out rule books, and the animals studied all night. No stomping, no clomping, no mooing. No clapping, no snapping, no clucking. No hooting, no hollering, no oinking. Don't be ducky. The next morning, they lined up quietly in front of the truck with no stomping, clomping, clapping, snapping, hooting, or hollering. Farmer Brown was so proud. They were quiet and still on the ride to school. The cows were not mooey, the chickens were not clucky, The pigs were not oinky. Duck breathed in slowly and deeply. Duck breathed out slowly and deeply. Farmer Brown was so proud. When they arrived, they got off the truck quietly and waited in the empty schoolyard. The school seemed quiet, serious, and calm. And then the bell rang for recess. The doors flew open, and the yard was suddenly filled with wiggling and giggling, thunking and clunking, chirping and chattering, squeaking and squealing, and zooming and zigging. So the cows got mooey and stomp clump stomped, and the chickens got clucky and clap snap clapped, and the pigs got oinky and holler hoot hollered, and the mice read graphic novels in the shade. Inside the school, Duck was just Ducky. What do you think Duck is doing here? Be kind, be safe, be helpful, be honest, respect one another, don't eat the paste. Dear Farmer Brown, thank you for visiting our school. The end. It seems like our favorite farm animals really enjoyed their time at school. If Farmer Brown and his animals were to visit your school, what would you want to show them? Whenever you're ready, share it with a friend or your family. Thank you for hanging out with us today, and we'll catch you later at our next reading circle. Have a good one. Bye.